And if you're doing bullet points, maybe like 3 to 5 things. You're just journaling and kind of thinking about self-inquiry. So that yama, niyama, swadhyaya, self-study, self-inquiry. Just kind of tuning in. And you might even think about like your ideal situation in your life in all these different areas. Raise your hand if you're done. Is everyone mostly done? Ray, how's it going back there? Tired?
Yeah, a little bit.
When did you go to bed last night?
I went to bed at like 10:30, 11, but we got awake this morning at 4:30.
4:30.
Yeah, I went to 5.
Wow, that's pretty early. All right. Does anyone need more time? Peyton, Grace, and Lauren, can you guys put your videos on? And then does anyone want to share anything they wrote? It doesn't have to be like all of it if some of it's super personal, but does anyone want to share anything they wrote? Might be similar. And if you guys want to raise your hands and share, you can do that. Yeah.
I sent the posture for the school. At church posture.
It's a good goal. Yeah.
Sit for emotional, have more of like a positive outlook on everything, especially with the way like a bunch of stuff's going on.
Yeah.
But with everybody's lives, just quit trying to look at the negative things, just focus on what's good in my life personally.
That's awesome. Very cool. Yeah.
Basically, I say eat healthy, take care of my body.
That sounds awesome. What does eating healthy look like?
Like more like balanced and like food,
Healthier food. Okay. Okay, Peyton, I see your message. Thanks. Anyone else? Relationship goals. Nice. That's a good one. like being with someone who lifts you up, not drag you down. Anyone else? So I think it can be really powerful and helpful to do like this kind of goal setting on a regular basis. Like, you know, sometimes on like the first day of the year, like New Year's resolutions, intentions, sometimes on your birthday, that's like a nice reflective time. Thinking about the first day of the month or the first kind of quarterly. Just checking in with like where you want to go and what you're focusing on and how you're doing. Say like January, February, March. So say on like April 1st, you're like, okay, for this next couple months, I really want to focus on like drinking more water and tea and eating vegetables and not like eating like ice cream every night and like drinking tons of alcohol to access. And like you do really good for like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then maybe like go off. And then on like September 1st, you look at your journal and you're like, oh yeah, remember when I said I was gonna drink more water and less alcohol and eat less ice cream and eat more vegetables. So just kind of things like this, it can be really helpful, especially I think writing down that like physical thing with your hand and the pen. So you're like accountable to yourself. And then the next kind of layer with goals is like, here's my goal and like what am I going to do to get there. So like Dylan, like your goal is like to have better posture. So like what are like 3 actionable things you can do to have better posture? Maybe like committing to like 2 or 3 yoga classes a day, or even with posture, like checking in on the hour and half hour. It's like, am I like this or am I like this? You know, just kind of checking in. I've heard of that too, or like they're like almost, yeah, you know, a little in the back. Yeah. So, and like doing a couple like different yoga postures every day, like strengthening the core to support your back. So all that kind of thing, I think can be really powerful. And so, yeah, just a little kind of taste of what it's like to do kind of some goal setting, journaling. And I'm sure with like a lot of you are athletes with fitness, you know, you like write a program, you make a plan. You're like, I'm really trying to strengthen my upper body. So like on Monday, I'm doing 50 push-ups and I'm doing tricep dips and then I'm going to the gym and lifting and all the different things. So I think it can be really beneficial, especially kind of in those like internal inquiries about like, where do I want my life to go? Like, where do I want to live? And who do I want to have around me? And what do I want my like work life to be like? And how do I want my education to go from this point forward? So just taking some time to slow down and create some self-inquiry, I think can be really powerful and beneficial. So let's get into our practice today. Come to lie down on your back. And everyone on Zoom, just a reminder to really be here, be present. So if you have your phone, either you're on your, just try not to like be on your devices, try to like tap into presence. Like you here. All right, lie down. Let your legs extend down, let your arms come out by your side, maybe palms up. And then just get any little wiggles out, maybe move your shoulders side to side. You can shake your hips, turn your head to the right and to the left. And let your arms extend out, palms up, kind of away from you. Let your feet kind of flop open. And just allow your eyes to softly close if that feels comfortable. And as we arrive here on the mat this morning, just take the time to really allow everything to settle. So if you imagine a jar that maybe you shake up, and then put it down and let it settle so that all the little particles can go to the bottom so that everything can get clear. So as you get still, allow your body to settle, all of that kind of stuff that we shake and mix up, allow it to rest. And then start to feel into the breath. As you breathe deeply in through your nose and out through your nose. Make your inhales and exhales nice and long, slow and deep. Breathe in and exhale. And imagine you're breathing down into your low belly, so let your belly expand, open, breathe in, breathe out. And again, full breath in, and complete exhale. And see if you can relax the front body down the front of your chest and your torso, through your legs and your arms. Notice if you feel any tension or tightness in your head or through your face and your jaw, and let all those areas relax here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And for more relaxation, you can think about lengthening the exhale. The exhale get a little bit longer. So maybe inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, then exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. And then breathe out twice the length of your inhale. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more full breath in. Deep exhale. And now here I invite you to set an intention for your practice today. Like we do for all of our practices, choosing maybe a word or phrase to focus on. Maybe a word like balance or restfulness or peacefulness or joy or positivity. If something you want to really tune more into your body. Deep breath in. Exhale. And then gently start to wiggle through your fingers. You can roll your wrists, move your feet side to side. And then bend your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. You can rock from side to side, back and forth. And we'll just start out with a twist. So let your knees drop over to the right. Open your arms to a T and gaze to the left. Feeling into this first little gentle twist. Inhale and exhale. Full breath in. Complete breath out. And then come through to center. Draw your knees into your chest. Gently rock from side to side. Maybe knees draw in, soften away. And then let your knees drop over to the left. Stretch your arms open and then gaze to the right. Spinal twist. Inhale and exhale. Deep breath in and complete breath out. And slowly make your way back to center. Hug your knees into your chest, rock side to side. And then see if you can grab behind your thighs and rock a little up and down along your spine, up and down. And then rock all the way up to a seated position, to a comfortable cross-legged pose. I was thinking for today, this will be a more like gentle, calming stretch class, kind of like we did last Thursday. I need more of that. Are you on your phone? Your watch?
Yeah.
Smartphone? Okay, can you turn that off? Okay. So cross-legged position, sitting nice and tall, and always remember you can extend your legs straight if that feels easier. So this pose means Sukhasana. That's the word in Sanskrit. And Sukha means sweet. So feeling comfortable here in a seated position. Get tall for your spine, sit well, and then circle your shoulders up, back, and round. Good. Up, back, and around. And then one more time like that. Nice big shoulder rolls. Good. And then place your hands on your knees and start to make some circles through your spine. Good. Elbows bend and straighten, kind of moving forward, back to the side. Feeling into the hips, the ribs, the shoulders. So just some gentle movement here before we get into some deeper stretches, longer holds. Good. And then circle in the opposite direction. So hands on your knees, move forward, side, around. Good. And then coming back to sit tall with your hands on your knees, round your spine back. Let your chin come to your chest like a seated cat. Good. Lift up and then arch your spine as you shift forward. Draw your shoulders down and back. Good. With your hands on your knees, round your spine, shift back, chin in. Good. Lift up and then arch your spine, shift forward. Good. Come to sit nice and tall. And then let your arms come down by your sides. Walk your right hand over to the right and stretch your left arm up and over. So maybe that top shoulder kind of peels back, really lengthen through your side here. Good. And now turn over your right leg. Let your hands come down. See if you can fold over your knee. Good. So you might be kind of a little higher up, or you can really walk yourself forward. Maybe move your spine up and down. So see if you can feel the stretch in your low back on the left side there. Good. Breathe. And then up on your fingertips, walk your way to center. Lower your hands down, and then see if you can stretch your arms forward and reach your hips back. So right down between your shins. Maybe walk your hands up a little bit. Good. And just notice where you feel the stretch here in your hips and your back. Maybe dropping your head down and your neck. And then slowly lift yourself back up to seated. Circle your shoulders up, back, and around. And then just take a gentle twist over to the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Good. Come back to center and then uncross your legs and recross them with the opposite shin in front. Good. Walk your left hand over to the side. Put your right arm up and over. Just a little side bend stretch. Maybe feeling down through your waist into your hip. Reach that top arm. Your top shoulder pulls back. Breathe here. Good. Now turn over that leg and let yourself kind of fold over that knee. And lower your elbows, your forearms down. Really stretch your arms forward. Bring your nose towards your knee. Breathe here. And then see if you can feel the stretch on your low back on your right side. And then reach your arms a little farther forward and walk your hands through to center and down over your shins. Arms stretch out, hips draw down. And let your shoulders soften, chin to chest. And then slowly walk your hands back in, lift up, circle your shoulders up, back and around, up, back and around. And then one more, just easy twist to the left. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, twist, lift up. Good. And then come to center. Swing your legs around behind you. Make your way to a tabletop position. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, all fours. You can start by stretching one leg back behind you, kind of tucking your toe, really press back through your heel. And then lower, and then stretch your opposite leg back, tuck your toe, really press back. And then find tabletop position, spreading your fingers wide, look forward, and then slide your shoulders down your back, lift your hips, and turn your gaze up, cow pose. Good, point your toes and round your spine, press the floor away, chin to chest. Good, again, inhale, cow, shrug your shoulders up, back, and around, gaze forward or up. Good, point your toes and round your spine, cat, chin in. One more time, inhale for cow, lift your hips, gaze up. Good, point your toes, round your spine, cat. Come to a neutral flat back position and then turn towards the back of the mat into child's pose. So actually just come to the back of the mat, toes together, knees wide, hips to heels, arms stretch forward. Maybe let your forehead touch if it can reach. And then see if you can just gently kind of rock your hips side to side here. Maybe rock your forehead temple to temple. And just kind of feel a stretch, maybe a lengthening through the back side of the body here. So child's pose should be a very grounding position, allowing you to feel relaxed, restful. So take a full breath in, nice deep breath. Big exhale, relax, release, let it go. Inhale deeply and exhale completely all your air. Deep breath in and a complete breath out. So just knowing that in your practice, the most important thing is to really pay attention to the breath. So if at any time a pose doesn't feel good for you, you can come out of it, switch, do something different. Just kind of cultivating that inner teacher, guidance, witness. So lean in and letting go. Now see if you can stretch your arms farther forward, reach your hips back a little more. And then lift your gaze, come up to your fingertips, and walk your upper body over to the right. Maybe chest kind of leans over your thigh. You can kind of pull with your left hand, press with your right. And then lift your gaze up on your fingertips, walk yourself to center, and then over to the left. Feel a stretch through your right side here, maybe right hip to right heel. And then lift your gaze up on your fingertips and back to center, child's pose. Good. Again, rise up to a tabletop position on all fours. Stretch your right leg back, and this time when you stretch your leg back, lift it. Good, and then see if you can reach your left arm forward. So opposite arm and leg, really pull your front body in, balance here. Good, and then lower down. Press both hands down, just gonna move your hips from side to side. Good, pause at center, and then other side, lift your left leg back behind you, stretch your right arm forward, pull your low belly in, reach, extend, lengthen. Nice, and then lower all fours, move your hips side to side. Good, again, back to center, right leg stretches back. Left arm stretches forward. Now you can hold here or add on, bring your elbow and knee to center, round and curl. Reach forward and back. And then two more like that, elbow and knee, squeeze in. Reach it forward and back. One more time, squeeze in. And reach it. Good, lower, all fours, table pose. Move your hips a little side to side and drop your shoulders. And then back to center, stretch your left leg back. Reach your right arm forward. Hold it here, adding on, elbow and knee, squeeze in. Stretch it forward and back. Squeeze in. Extend one more time. Reach it. Good. Lower, all fours, table pose. Move your hips side to side. So our first kind of yin posture pose we're going to hold for a while is called melting heart or puppy pose. So you're going to bring yourself to the back of the mat, tuck your toes, keep your hips lifted and stretch your arms forward. Maybe chin down, maybe chest is melting. So really nice opening for your shoulders. Good, that's it. So think about your chest melting towards the mat. Hips are right on top of your knees. And it might feel like a really intense sensation for your shoulders. That might be good. See if you can hold there and breathe deeply. So yin yoga, we're thinking about these long held poses to get into the connective tissue or the fascia, which is underneath the skin. That layer under the skin that's protecting and supporting all of the muscles, bones, joints, ligaments, the organs, and where there are places that might feel limited or restricted,
with enough yin yoga, you might be able to get into those really tight places and start to really change your body. Take 2 more deep breaths here in your melting puppy pose. Inhale and exhale. And then slither all the way to your belly. Come all the way down. You can stretch your legs back a little. Maybe kind of point your toes as you reach and reach. Good. Now hands down by your sides, fingers forward. Inhale, lift up for a little cobra pose. And then exhale, lower. Again, inhale, little cobra. Maybe you lift your hands to a hover. Good. And then lower down. Now slide your forearms in front of you for Sphinx pose. Elbows underneath your shoulders. Think about your arms making a number 11 here. And there's kind of maybe a tendency to like drop, but see if you can kind of lift and support. Press your pubis bone down into the mat and then pull your elbows back and glide your chest forward. And then we'll hold here. If at any time it feels like too much, you can always walk your arms out in front of you, come down a little bit lower, and make it a little more gentle. Or if you want more, you can bring your hands toward the edges of the mat and press into your hands, start to straighten your arms. Good. If that feels like too much, just come back into Sphinx. Good. And keep your elbows soft. Maybe let your eyes close. And can you get really sensitive to notice and experience what's going on? Breathing in, letting go. And kind of focusing on that exhale, breath in, breath out. Let yourself really settle and relax. If at any time you need to lie down, you can do that. Otherwise, try to stay here. Inhale and exhale. And now as you're ready, lower all the way down. Stack your hands one on top of the other. Let your elbows go to the side. And just let one ear rest on the mat. And then here, maybe you shake your hips side to side. You can bend your knees and windshield wiper your feet back and forth. And then let your opposite ear rest on the mat. Shake out your hips or bend your knees and move your feet from side to side. And then bring your gaze forward. Bring your hands underneath you. Press up to all fours. Tabletop positions. Now we're going to come into some hip opening poses. You can stay in table, or if you want, tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back into a downward facing dog. Chest toward your thighs, spread your fingers nice and wide. It might feel like a really good stretch here to lower your right heel down and bend your left knee. And then lower your left heel down and bend your right knee. Kind of pedaling your feet out and move your feet from side to side. And then from here, on hands and knees, on table, stretch your right leg up. And then step your right foot forward. You can even bring your hand onto your leg to help guide it forward. Good, so right foot comes forward kind of between your hands. Good, slowly stretch your hips back, so straighten that front leg. Good, then bend into your front knee and shift your hips forward. Good, shift your hips back. And shift your hips forward. Now next time you shift your hips back, let's hold it here. So think right heel towards your left knee, chest over your thighs. If you're tight, you can also kind of come up and place your hands on your leg or by your sides. And then maybe you kind of explore the stretch, turning your toes out, pointing your toes in, flex your foot and point it. If you're really flexible, maybe you want to play with going into a full split, if that's something that you feel like doing right now. We're just kind of holding here and breathing and noticing. So you're going to think right hip back, left hip forward, deep breath. And then slowly shift forward, bend into your front knee and walk your right foot to the side of the mat for low lizard lunge. And then here you can kind of, again, shift your hips from side to side. Maybe come down onto your elbows or forearms. You can even twist yourself open, hand inside the leg. Good, breathe, and then see if you can settle and hold. And if it feels really intense, if you want to kind of wiggle, see if you can relax into it. Really focusing on that exhale, maybe feeling and focusing on sensations, what you feel and where. And then as you're ready, straighten your arms. And you're going to move your right foot over to the left side of the mat for pigeon pose. So right knee comes behind your right wrist, tuck your left toes and scoot your left leg back. Maybe you walk your hands in and lift your chest up. Good, and then from here come down onto your elbows or forearms. Now, if that feels uncomfortable or if that feels intense on your knee, you can always come onto your back and cross your right ankle over your left thigh, flex your foot, and it's the same posture there on your back. That's kind of figure 4 variation. Yeah, sometimes I'll bring your knee to the right a little more, like the front, like up here. So can you bring it to the other side of your mat? Your knee. Yeah, like that, a little more over even. Good, and then see if you can get that left leg to go straight back behind you, kind of tuck your left toes. How's that feel? Does it feel intense? And Jalen, you might want to do the same thing. Bring your knee over to the right side of the mat. Yeah. And then kind of scoot your left leg back a little bit more. How's that feel? Yeah, good. So see if you can really tune in and let the listening of the breath bring a little stillness to your thoughts. Your shoulders relax, the back of the neck, the face. Inhaling and exhaling. You might kind of tune into any place in the body that might feel very tense and send more breath there to relax. Breathe in, let go. Take your last few breaths in this position. And then when you're ready, walk your hands in and lift your chest up, lengthen your spine. If you're on your back, you're just going to stay on your back. Good, then from here, you're going to spin to the outside of your right hip and then reach your left leg around in front of you. Come into a seated position. The left leg is straight, right foot comes inside that leg, lift nice and tall. Good, and then fold over your left leg. Just gonna bow your chest down and then roll your spine back up. Kind of bow your chest down and then roll back up. And then one more time, come down. Now hold here. Maybe reach towards your foot, nose to knee, or chin to shin, stretch forward. The forward folds can be really calming for the nervous system. So letting yourself relax here. Maybe feel a stretch along your low back. And then slowly take your time to roll yourself back up to seated. Circle your shoulders up, back, and around. Up, back, and around. And then one more time. Good. Then bend your right knee into your chest. Give a little squeeze. And put your foot down, maybe away from you. And then twist back. Right hand behind you. Maybe left hand outside that knee. Inhale, lift tall. Good. Exhale, twist. Good. Come back through the center and then counter twist. Let your hands come down, let your chest down. Good. And lift up. Circle your legs around behind you. Make your way to tabletop position, all fours. Good. Move your hips side to side. Maybe take a cat-cow, or if you want, you can tuck your toes and lift your hips into downward dog. If you're feeling more energetic and you want to take a flow, you can do that. Come forward to plank, chaturanga, yogi push-up, upward dog or cobra. And then take it back to downward dog or all fours table pose. Breathe in. Exhale. Stretch your left leg up and back. And then step it forward and drop your back knee down. Good. So doing that whole sequence on this side. Shift your hips back, straighten your front leg. Shift your hips forward, bend into that knee. Good. So shift it back and shift it forward. And one more time, shift it back. Now hold it back in that half split. So you can come up if you're tight and think about left heel dragging towards your right knee. Maybe hands on that leg, maybe hands beside you. If you're more flexible, maybe bow your chest over your leg. You can turn your toes out and in. Try to relax your face. Good. Maybe point your toe down. Feel stretch in the top of that foot. Nice. Yeah, you can go into a full split. And when you're ready, come back into that half split position. Bend into your front knee, shift forward, let your hands come down, and then walk your left foot over to the left side of the mat. Bring your hands down, maybe kind of scoot your right leg back. And then here you can shift a little side to side, maybe shift back and forward, softening. Good. And then maybe you are on your forearms. Maybe you press your hand inside that left leg. Good. If you have any knee issues or anything like that, you can also do this on your back. You can think about kind of that left leg hugging up and in. Long, slow, deep breath in. And a long, slow, deep breath out. Inhale and exhale. Couple more breaths here. And then when you're ready, you can straighten your arms, walk yourself back up, and then walk your left foot over to the right side of the mat for pigeon. So setting yourself up, see if that back leg can kind of turn the top of the right hip down, hands come down, and look down at your legs. So you want the left knee over towards the left, and the left foot kind of over towards the right, maybe in front of your right hip point. Good. Now tuck your right toes and scooch that right leg back. Good. And then you can even look back, see if you can get the ankle, knee, and hip all in line. Good. And then from here, come down. Elbows or forearms. And remember, you can always do this on your back. That might feel better. Left ankle over your right thigh. Hands behind your leg or on top of your shin. Draw in. So left ankle over your right thigh like that, and then grab behind your leg or on the front of the shin. Good. And then breathe here and see if you can feel a sense of relaxation, maybe even rest. Even if the pose feels really intense or uncomfortable, see if you can breathe here and be here. Inhale and exhale. Notice where your attention is, what's going on in the mind. And see if you can keep yourself coming back to presence, really noticing and paying attention. And then as you're ready, slowly walk your hands back in. Lift your chest up, lengthen your spine. Maybe kind of tuck your back toes, switch that back leg back a little. And then roll heavy to your left hip and circle your right leg around in front of you. Good. So sole of the left foot comes inside the right leg's down the middle of the mat, and you move side to side a little here, lift tall, and then fold. Bring your chest over your thigh, maybe left hand reaches towards the right foot. And again, it might feel good to kind of move your spine up and down. Or just settle in your fold. And notice how you feel, sensation, what's going on. Two more deep breaths here. And slowly roll up, circle your shoulders up, back and around, up, back and around. Bend your knee and hug it into your chest. Good. And then you can plant your foot kind of by your knee, sit tall, and then we'll twist to the left. So right hand outside the knee, left hand behind your back. Inhale, sit tall. And exhale, twist. Come towards center and then counter twist the other way. Let your hands come down, chest down. Right. And then lift back up. Bring your hands behind you, plant your feet, bend your knees, so feet toward the edges of the mat, and just kind of sway your knees from side to side. A little swish and sway. Good. Then plant your feet down, hands behind your back, and then see if you can press into your hands and your feet and lift your hips up for reverse table. And then lower down. Bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees come open. And you can bring your hands onto your feet, give yourself a little foot massage. You're going to squeeze your toes, bring some attention into the arches of the feet. You can kind of grab your heels. You can also zipper your fingers between your toes. You're all wearing socks. So if that's interesting to you, if you try to bring your fingers between your toes to the base of the fingers, it's a great way to keep your feet kind of flexible and open and strong. Good. Then from here, just kind of shift your hips back and bring your feet forward in front of you a little bit more. So if you look down at your leg, make kind of a shape like a diamond. Good. And then from here, we're just going to gently pull forward. So you can rock side to side as you come into your fold. Maybe let your chin drop in. Maybe hands come onto your feet. You could also even slide your hands underneath your calves to go palms up. We're gonna hold this pose a full 3 minutes. So if at any time it feels like too much, you can come back to sit tall. Otherwise, just allow yourself to fold in. And think about really going in, relaxing. Eyes are closed, belly soft, breathe. Your final few breaths in this position. Breathing in, letting go. And then slowly take your time to press down to your hands, lift your chest up, lengthen. Maybe you circle your shoulders up, back, and around. Up, back, and around. And then one more time, up, back, and around. And then just pause at the top with a nice long spine. Breathe in. And exhale. And bring your hands to outside the knees, draw your legs together. Plant your feet down, bring your hands behind your back, and again, press down to lift up for reverse table. And if that doesn't feel good, you can just kind of keep your bottom down and then lift through your chest. Good. And then lower down, stretch your legs forward, and then bring your arms behind your back, and elbows underneath you, palms down. And then see if you can walk your elbows a little farther forward. Lift your chest and then let your head tilt back for fish pose. So almost imagine like you're being lifted up from the center of your chest, open through your throat, let your head drop back. And then slowly release and lower down to your back. Let your arms come down, legs go on. Again, maybe you shake side to side. And then bend your right knee into your chest, squeeze it in. And then drop your right leg over your body. Reach your right arm to the right and gaze in that direction. Gentle twist. Then slowly coming back to center, meet your chest, tuck it in. Good, and then see if you can lift that leg up and then bend your knee and reach to grab the outside of the foot for a half happy baby. You can even bend your left knee and put that foot down as well. Think about kind of dragging your right heel towards the mat. Lift your foot. Good, and then stretch your right leg up and lower it down. Good, left knee pulls into your chest, give it a squeeze, rock side to side. Good, and then cross your leg over your body, reach your arms out to a T. You gaze left, twist. Back the shoulder, press down. Breathe here. And then slowly come back to center. Lead your chest, hug it in. And an option to reach up and grab the outside of the foot. Maybe pull your knee down outside your ribs. Flex your foot. Half happy baby, or you can also grab behind your thigh. And maybe your right knee is down on the mat. You can keep that right leg long. Good. And then straighten that leg, bring it center, maybe pull behind your leg, and then stretch your leg down to the bottom of the mat. Stretch your arms up overhead, stretch your feet down low, point your toes and reach through your arms, try to make yourself as long as possible. And then from here, lift up and roll up to seated, reach forward, try to grab your toes. Good. Come up and then find a cross-legged position. Have a seat. We're going to do a little meditation before Shavasana. So if it's uncomfortable for you to sit and you'd rather come right to lying down, you can do that. You can also sit on your heels or between your feet. That's another kind of traditional meditative pose. So whichever kind of position you want to sit in, lift tall through your spine. Let your shoulders drop down. And then imagine there's like a string pulling you up through the crown of the head. And then like an anchor rooting your hips or sitting bones down to the mat. Good, breathe in. Breathe out. Relax your forehead and your jaw and all the muscles of your face. Deep breath in. Complete breath out. And really tune your attention down into the belly. Breathe down into your belly. Inhale. And exhale. Now from here, see if you can just travel or follow the natural journey of the breath in the body. Breathing in, letting go. Complete breath in, complete breath out. And then see if you can find a sense of lift through your spine. Support and lift, and like a lightness as you relax and soften. Inhale, exhale. And just be here with your breath. Notice what's going on in your mind. If your mind is jumping all over like a monkey in a jungle, all that chit-chat, and look for it to use the thoughts, kind of paying attention, and see if you can start to strengthen your control and your focus as you breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. And just focusing on the journey of the breath. So meditation isn't about kind of controlling the thoughts and releasing the thoughts, getting empty, although that is for some people. But my understanding is our meditation practice is allowing ourselves to get comfortable in stillness enough that we can just be with whatever is. Understanding and accepting. So whatever it is, if it's grief or sadness or confusion or anger, or maybe it's just contentment and love and joy, whatever it is, see if you can really just be here with your body and breathe. And show up in support of yourself. To continue to just breathe and notice. One more minute here, sitting tall, noticing and feeling, and listening to the breath. And now from here, come to lie down on your back for final relaxation pose, Shavasana. Your legs go long, let your arms come out and down by your sides, maybe palms facing up. And set yourself up here for maximum relaxation. If you're at home and maybe you want to bring a blanket on top of you, or a pillow underneath your knees, or maybe something to cover your eyes. Might feel really nice. And then just allowing your legs to go long, your arms to come down, relax your face and your jaw. And we'll just move through a body scan guided meditation. So as I talk and we mention parts of the body, just let yourself relax. So you don't have to do anything. Breathe in and out. Now, take one more full deep breath in. Let a big sigh out. And then bring your attention to the top of your head. Into the crown of the head, the scalp, the ears, and the side of the head, and down your neck. Feel the front of the throat and let all those areas I've mentioned relax. Feel into the front of the face, the forehead, the temples, the eyebrow, the nose, the mouth, the cheeks, the teeth, the tongue, the ears, and the side of the head. Breathe in. Let go. And then soften and relax your body as you move your attention down the front of the throat into the neck, and then out through the chest and the shoulders. Move down through the right shoulder to the right arm, the elbow, and the wrist, the hand, and each finger on the right. Breathing in, letting go, relaxing the whole right hand,
And then move your attention back up the right arm again, feeling into the right wrist and forearm, the elbow, and then up the arm into your right shoulder. Now feel into the right ribs, the right chest, and then the center of your torso, right in the middle of your chest. And then move back up into the left side, feel your left shoulder, down your arm into your elbow, to your forearm, wrist, back of the hand, palm of the hand, and each finger. Relax the hand, the wrist, elbow, and arm. Moving back up the left arm, feel into your left shoulder, the left ribs, center of your chest. Feel your right hip, and then your left hip. Soften the whole front of the torso here, the chest and the belly, and then feel the back of the body relaxing on the mat, and relax your back body as well. Move your attention down into the pelvis, kind of the bowl of the pelvis, and soften the front of the right hip, down the front of the right thigh, to your knee, the shin, and then the top of the foot, and each little toe, sole of the foot, whole foot. And then move up the back of the right leg, feel the calf, soften the thigh, and come back into the center of the pelvis, relax. Feel into your left hip, down the left thigh. Feel the front of the shin, the back of the calf, and into the ankle. And then each little toe on that left side, the top of the foot, sole of the foot, the whole left foot and left leg is completely relaxed. And move back up into the left shin, around the back into the calf, and up the back of the thigh, into the left hip, and feel the bowl of the pelvis relax. Feel around your whole torso, the front and the back softening. Feel your arms and your legs relax, the neck and the head. Breathe in, exhale. Let your internal organs relax and soften. Let your mind get quiet, still, and relaxed. Let your skin soften off the muscles. Muscles soften off the bones. Bones are heavy. Deep breath. Shavasana. Let yourself feel a deep feeling of rest here, of relaxation. Just kind of imagine waves and waves of relaxation washing over your body, relaxing you. And then tap in and notice and feel this feeling right here. And see if you can hold it in you and with you. Take it with you into your day, sharing it with all the people you might meet. Gently begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes, roll your ankles and wrists. Turn your head side to side. And then stretch your arms up and your feet down. Lengthen the body from the top to the bottom. Stretch. And then bend your knees in, nice and slow, taking your time. Give yourself a little squeeze, rock side to side on your back here, relaxing. And then roll to your right side and pause there. You can also roll to your left and just kind of rest on your side. You can make a pillow with your arm. Pause in kind of a fetal position. And then as you're ready, press your way up into a seated pose. So coming up to end and knowing we began, sitting tall, sitting well, maybe rock side to side. Good, and then when you come to sit, circle your shoulders up, back, and around. And let your shoulders drop down. Bring your hands to your heart, let your palms touch. Take a full breath in. Exhale. And then just closing your practice here with a spirit of gratitude, being grateful for whatever it is you'd like to be grateful for this afternoon. Maybe it's the people in your life, your education, the feelings you have right now, all that you're learning, whatever it is, kind of tune into a sense of gratitude and feel that gratitude kind of wash over your whole body. Inhale and exhale. And then press your palms together and bring your hands maybe up to the place between your eyebrows, your third eye. Deep, deep gratitude as we close and just say namaste. Thanks, everybody. All right, that's it for today. Just want you guys to have a really nice, relaxing, kind of grounding class. It was like a nice 10-minute Shavasana with a 5-minute meditation.